It's time for the Trent Benningfield Show. Find out what's going on inside Tell City baseball straight from the coach. Exclusively on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network.
You dream it, we create it at Street Dreams. Custom paint, fabrication, stereos, wheels, tires, and more. We're also your authorized Sinister Sound dealer. Street Dreams, 317-624-1000, where you expect quality and get.
At MAD, we believe in zero. Zero fathers who aren't there for bedtime. Zero mothers who miss the first day of school. Zero children who never come home. We believe in zero victims of drunk driving. With MAD, your support adds up to zero. Because we believe in a hug on the first day of school. We believe in another bedtime story. We believe in no more victims. We believe in zero.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Welcome to the Trent Benningfield Show. And Coach, you know, in sectional and in round 2, you played North Posey. You came away and you came away a 9-1 loser in that game. Why don't you kind of recap that game for us?
Yeah, like you said, we lost 9-1. It was a very hard fought game. We were down a few players. I don't want to make excuses, but we were down a few players, and the guys that we had, I thought they fought really, really hard for us. We just came up a little short. It wasn't our night, and that's kind of how baseball goes sometimes. But I thought our boys competed really hard, but we were just a little bit overmatched from a North Posey team that is much, much improved from when we played them the second week of the season. So obviously not the way you want to go, not the way you want to end out, but I told the boys after the game this was probably the most improved team I've had from start to finish, and it's kind of a testament to their hard work and their willingness to be coached and to do what was asked from them, do what was asked of them from start to finish. So I couldn't be prouder of our guys, and they fought the fight they showed throughout the season.
Yeah, I mean, you had showed very big improvement over the season. And, and that it seems that way for all Tell City sports. I think the future is bright for Tell City sports.
Yeah, I think so too. We got a lot of good coaches in, a lot of young guys with energy, and I think that they're really doing a good job. I know you have shows with Coach Webb and Coach Holland, and they're two really good friends of mine, and I can't say enough good things about them. I think that they both do a really good job, and all three of us and all the other coaches. I know you talked to Coach Dawson too. We're all going to keep learning and getting better and keep working till Tell City Sports is back on the map like they were in the 90s, and hopefully we'll start seeing a few sectional championships, and one of us will get that first state championship out of the way, and then things can start rolling from there.
Yeah, I remember. I of course I don't want to date myself, but I played against Tell City back in the 80s, and it was always a big rivalry between Jasper and Tell City. And I'll tell you what, Tell City always had strong teams.
Oh yeah, I've heard that from my dad graduated in '81, and I've heard a lot of stories from him and his friends of the big Telsey Jasper rivalry, and hopefully we can get back to that. And I know the enrollment's not really the same as what it used to be. Telsey's kind of gone down in size, and Jasper's went up, but hopefully we can get that competitive rivalry going again. I know there's a lot of people in the community that remember that rivalry and want to bring it back, and hopefully we can do that. But it takes two sides for a rivalry to be competitive, and right now Telsey's not as competitive as Jasper, but we're hoping to get there and start being able to compete with anybody in the region.
No, you know what, my boys, when they were growing up, I was talking to them, and I told them that Telsey was our big rival, and they're like, we don't even play them anymore. What are you talking about? I was like, that was the game you circled at the beginning of the year. And no matter what sport it was, that's the game you circled at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, I coached junior high girls basketball for a couple of years, and we played them. This was 5 or 6 years ago, so I'm not sure if we still play them or not. But it was always our least favorite game on the schedule, because there was games that we got beat by 50 points. It was bad, but I think a lot of reason why we don't play Jasper anymore is because we got tired of getting our butts kicked for the last 15 or 20 years. But like I said, hopefully we can get that turnaround and make that a competitive game again and start getting each other back on the schedule. The more I feel like the more good competition that you face, the better off you're going to be, and the more prepared you're going to be for the tournament at the end of the year.
Now we're back on the Trent Benningfield Show after these messages from our sponsors. You're listening to Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Benningfield with Communications.
At MAD, we believe in zero. Zero fathers who aren't there for bedtime. Zero mothers who miss the first day of school. Zero children who never come home. We believe in zero victims of drunk driving. With MAD, your support adds up to zero. Because we believe in a hug on the first day of school. We believe in another bedtime story. We believe in no more victims. We believe in zero.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
And welcome back to the Trent Benningfield Show. And Coach, I'll tell you what, the sad part of the end of the year is there's always a group of seniors that you're never going to get a coach again.
Yeah, that's always that's the toughest part of any season. No matter whether you finish with a win or a loss, I think that's always going to be the toughest part. Is you've had some of these kids for 4 years, and with me coaching football, it makes it even harder because I'm with these kids basically year round for 4 years, and it always makes it really tough. But I can't say enough good things about this group of seniors. They might not have been the most talented baseball class that I've had in my 7 years of coaching, but they were probably the most willing to lead and do what was asked of them at all times. This whole season, I didn't have one problem with any of the seniors as far as attitudes or anything like that. They came, they worked hard, they held the underclassmen accountable, and they really set a good example for some of these young guys about what marksman baseball is about and what we're trying to build for the future. So I can't say enough good things about those guys.
Well, Coach, why don't I mention each senior, and maybe you give a little comment about each one, and possibly what they're doing in the future if you know, okay?
Perfect.
Okay. Coy Hammock.
Coy Hammock, this is his first year playing baseball, and whatever, he hasn't played since fourth or fifth grade, so I wasn't really sure what to expect coming into the year. But I want to tell you that kid is a competitor. He works his butt off every single day, and he's always trying to improve. Hold on one second, okay? He's always trying to improve, and he started center field for us all year. He improved. He was really good defensively all year, and he improved offensively as the year went on. But he is going on to Notre Dame University to study law. So he's got a bright future ahead of him, and I'm really excited to see what his future holds.
Tice DuPont.
Tice is going on to wrestle at Wabash College. He was a two-time state finalist, so he is a very, very good wrestler. And he was also another outfielder for us this year who also pitched. And he's another good kid. He's kind of a jokester sometimes, but I really do like Tice. He played quarterback for us this year, for football too. So great kid. He was probably one of our more improved players offensively this year. As a junior, he didn't get a hit, and as a senior this year, he stepped it up at the plate a little bit. Unfortunately, his season ended a little early due to a partially torn UCL, but he did a great job for us. He was one of the pitchers that helped us beat North Posey earlier in the year, so I was hoping that we would have him back for sectional. We were going to be cutting it close, but unfortunately, we didn't get him back, and his season was cut short, and I really hated that for him, but it tells you the kind of kid he is. He showed up to practice every single day still, even whenever he knew he was done for the season. He kept showing up, and he kept doing what was asked and helping his teammates out and doing what was asked of him.
And Aiden Farron.
Aiden Farron, he is a 3-year starter for us. He always has played middle infield and pitch growing up, and last year as a junior, we had a guy who played shortstop, and Aiden's one of those kids he's fast and athletic enough to play anywhere. So we asked him to play outfield for us last year, and he did a nice job for us out there. But with the kid who played shortstop last year, he graduated, and Aiden finally got his chance. And once again, another good kid. He never complained about having him to play another position. He did what was best for the team, and it really says a lot about his character. But he pitched really well for us. He got his back going a little bit at the end of the year, and I think he led our team in stolen bases. He was really one of our glue guys that kind of held the team together and got things going when we needed it for us. So Aiden, like I said, very, very good kid. I think he is going to Western next year. I'm not sure what he's studying, but I know he has a very, very bright future ahead of him, and I know he'll do great things wherever he ends up.
J.C. Buckendahl.
J.C. is graduating, and he's going to lineman school in either Kentucky or Tennessee. I can't remember. It's a real small town, he told me. But he's going to lineman school to be a lineman, and he is a 2-year starter. He's caught for us the last 2 years, and whenever he came in as a freshman, he was still pretty raw. He was a real strong kid, but you could tell he hadn't had a lot of work behind the plate. But he has been one of the most improved players from start to finish over 4 years. He has really worked hard and done a good job being a leader on this team and helping some of the younger catchers out the last couple of years. So he he batted third or fourth for us all year long. He was one of the big bats in our lineup, and whenever he was on a pitcher, there'd be time, he was usually getting singles or finding ways on base, but every once a week you felt like there would be one pitcher that he would really, I don't know what it was, he would really be on him, and he'd get 2 or 3 doubles in one game, and then he wouldn't get one for a couple games, and then 2 or 3 games later he was doing the same stuff. So another really good kid. He's a hard worker. He's worked multiple jobs basically his whole high school career. So once again, just like all these other guys, and I keep saying I know they're going to be successful, and I can't wait to see what they're doing. I mean, I feel that way about every one of our seniors, and really most of the kids in our program, I really do feel like they're really good kids, and they're going to continue to do good things even once they graduate. And that's kind of, a lot of coaches, and myself included, you kind of get down on your wins and losses, but the main goal is to make sure that these guys are successful adults and successful humans, and I really do think that Tell City does a good job of helping breed that, helping set these kids up for success in the future. So, like I said, though, JC is a great kid, and I can't wait to see what he does in the future.
And last but not least, Alex Stiff.
Alex Stiff he is going to my alma mater to play football. I kind of joked at his signing day that I've been waiting for 7 years to send a kid to Oakland City. I thought it would always be for baseball, but he's going to be the first. He's going to be in the first class of Oakland City football players for their sprint football team as an offensive lineman. And he's another guy. He struggled a little bit offensively at the beginning of the year, but he never once complained. He never complained about his playing time early on. He just kept working, asking what he was doing wrong, stayed after and got extra swings in. He eventually got his spot back after a couple games and never looked back. He started hitting the ball the last 10 or 12 games. He was our best defensive first baseman we had, and it was really, really hard to keep him out of the lineup because I knew that he was going to do what was asked of him at all times. He was going to give me 110%. And like I said, he never had an attitude, never talked back. He is the ideal coach's player as far as doing what's asked of him at all times, never going to get too down, never going to get too up. He stays even keel, and that's what you really want in a baseball player. If you don't let your emotions get the best of you, then it's going to set you up for success and help build that confidence that you need to be successful. So, like I said, I don't know what else to. There's not enough good things I can say about this group of seniors. They really, really did a good job setting this program up for success in the next couple of years. And we've got a big sophomore class, and with the juniors we have coming back, I really, really think that we have a chance to do some big things in the next year or two. So just got to keep working, and hopefully these young guys build off of what these seniors showed them and how they led and did things, and we can keep this program heading in the right direction.
And we'll be back on the Trent Benningfield Show right after these messages from our sponsors. You're listening to Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Miller Roseburn Communications.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
You dream it, we create it at Street Dreams. Custom paint, fabrication, stereos, wheels, tires, and more. We're also your authorized Sinister Sound dealer. Street Dreams, 317-624-1000, where you expect quality and get.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
Welcome back to the Trent Benningfield Show.
You know, when the last out of the tournament happens, you know, you start planning for next year. Just a little preview of the marketing for next year.
Yeah, I've got big hopes for next year. We did lose this good group of seniors, which is obviously going to hurt and be hard to replace. Almost basically all 5 seniors, whenever they were healthy, they were in the lineup basically every game. So it's going to be hard to replace them. But we've got 3 juniors coming back I guess they're now seniors. Caden Casebolt, who he was probably our most improved player from last year to this year. He batted .264 as a sophomore. And then this year he batted .415 as a junior. He was batting right around .450 until the sectional game, and had a couple hard hit balls, but just couldn't find any holes. So we've got him back. All conference honorable mention as a middle infielder. We got Drew Kirtley back, who had a big year for us. I felt like he was always getting clutch hit after clutch hit after clutch hit. Anytime we had runners in scoring position, he usually came through for us. Had a game-winning hit earlier on in the year. I believe it was against Mount Vernon. And he was our DH for most of the year, and he'll be a guy that competes for the first base spot now that Alex has graduated. And then we've got Cole Stiff also, who got a lot of innings for us on the mound this year. And he will also be in the mix for some third base time, though he'll compete for that spot. So got a good group of seniors back. Once again, I think it'll be about like this year's group that just graduated. A bunch of really good kids that work hard and do what's asked of them. I know it's not a big class, but we've got a big class behind them that are not going to be juniors, and that's been the class that everybody's talked about. That's been baseball players from the get-go, and they are that class. I can't name all of them. There's 8 or 9 of them, and there's 6 of them that got a lot of playing time for us this year, and I'm not worried about that sophomore, now junior class. Baseball skill wise or knowledge wise at all, they've all played a lot of baseball. The big emphasis this year for our team, especially this off season, is just to hit the weight room hard, put some weight on, get a lot bigger, faster, and stronger. A lot of those guys, which is expected of sophomores, they're a little undersized. Which makes it a little hard at the varsity level, but hopefully from their sophomore to the junior year, they take a big step forward and they really put an emphasis in the weight room, which we've been already lifting the last week and a half, and from what I've seen, I couldn't be happier with them. They've all been doing a really good job, and they've been doing what Coach Webb and Coach Schilling, who's our strength and conditioning coach, they've been doing what's been asked of them, and I think that once they start seeing the improvements and the results from working hard, hopefully they just keep eating it up and keep grinding in there, because what you do in the off season is how you win championships in the season. So,
and summer's starting, and what kind of summer program do you guys have for the Marshall baseball team?
We used to do Diamond League, but no one really does that anymore. I have all of my kids, a lot of them, I'd say probably half of our players are playing, whether it's travel ball or for the Rockport Legion team or whatever. So we don't have enough kids left to do anything on our own, but I always tell them, if you ever want to go down to the field, throw, hit, do whatever, I will hit you ground balls, I'll do whatever, you just let me know. And I usually will have some kids after football practice say, hey, coach, let's go down the field and get some swings, and let's do this or that. But I've got I believe, 4 kids that are playing for the Indiana Coyotes. I've got 1 kid playing for the Rockport team, 1 playing for the Rockport Junior Legion. I've got 1 kid playing for a travel team out of Louisville. So we've got about 8 or 9 kids that are playing still, and any baseball that you can play in the off season is going to be beneficial for this upcoming season. So I'm excited to follow along with those guys and see how they continue to improve and help guys out in the off season any way that I can, whether it be in the weight room or just calling and getting extra swings in, working on mechanics, whatever the case may be.
Well, Coach, good luck in the off season, and work them hard, and we look forward to a very successful marksman baseball season next year.
Thank you. I appreciate everything you've done for us this year. I really do appreciate it.
And you've been listening to the Trent Benningfield Show on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Mulligan Brothers Communications. We'll see you next season.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
At MAD, we believe in zero. 0 fathers who aren't there for bedtime. 0 mothers who miss the first day of school. 0 children who never come home. We believe in 0 victims of drunk driving. With MAD, your support adds up to 0. Because we believe in a hug on the first day of school. We believe in another bedtime story. We believe in no more victims. We believe in 0.